Alrighty, some Battlefield. I know a lot of leaks have been coming out, like it just keeps rolling and rolling. It's what the Battlefield Labs. I know a lot of people have been posting like a ton of clips on Reddit. They've been basically putting out like full on gameplay clips, like 22 minutes, which is okay because I guess everything that's been coming out looks like it's positive, which is a good thing. Because if it wasn't looking good now, then yeah, Battlefield would look like it's in trouble. But I'm definitely, I just want another FPS shooter that can at least compete with COD. I feel like there's just nothing that competes with COD when it comes to like a actual, I don't know, like the FPS. I mean, there is like a ton of FPS. You got the Apex and everything, but like a military type, type of game like Call of Duty is, I don't think there's anything else except Battlefield. At least back in the day, Battlefield was closer to Call of Duty. It used to compete a little bit, and Call of Duty just took off, and Battlefield just, I don't know, never I don't know, it just tried to change its identity, I guess, a lot. I think that's what Battlefield did, and got away from what it used to be, which was destruction, and I think it tried to do a lot of things that COD tried, and it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't work out. It backfired for him. But I saw this new video. Figured we check it out. It's called New Battlefield Gameplay Leaks Are Absolutely Wild, from Jack Frags. We're going to check this out.
Another week. And evidently there was a new BF Labs playtest on Friday.
Battlefield Labs. That's where it's all coming from.
There was a lot of gameplay videos uploaded.
Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of it. Like, so it's like, what do you expect if you have probably thousands of people testing it? A lot of the gameplay is going to get out, but they probably know that. So
much of it was completely uncensored as
I just can't wait for the BR, man. I love BR. That's what I like. That's what I like, the big scale combat, and that's what I like for Battlefield. That's why I'm covering this on the channel, and I can't wait. Every little leak that comes out, I will be covering it. I will be talking about it on live or on a video or whatever, in any form. But I can't wait.
There's thousands of people now who are testing in BF Labs, and a lot of them just they just don't care. They just upload the footage. There was a 22-minute video that I saw the last couple of days. High quality. It was nice. 1440p, 60 FPS. I think it was.
I like watching Jack Frags a lot.
Into the controller settings, and you can see it's PS5. No attempt to hide their name or anything like that, and it was on a new map, which was cool. So there's a lot of new stuff that we saw in this map in these videos I wanted to talk about today. Some of it's pretty cool, some of it a little bit concerning. Let's get into the details. So in the videos, the new map that we saw was called Capstone, and based on the loading screens, this map is set in Tajikistan in the Aini district. It's a very picturesque mountainous environment. It looks incredible. I have to say, the visuals on this map are 10 out of 10. It reminded me a lot of BF1, so perhaps they're using some more photogrammetry in this game than they did in BF5 and 2042. Very cinematic, and this is a proper conquest map. There were 6 flags in total. It didn't look like a massive conquest map, but it had jets and helicopters. There was a lot of buildings there. Many of them could be destroyed, were blowing up, were being destroyed. A bit of elevation here and there. Somewhere you're attacking down a hill, somewhere you're attacking uphill. A flat bit on the right side of the map, it looked like. Lots of built up areas too around the flags with HESCO walls, sandbags. They've changed the capture zones too. So previously we reported that in some of the initial footage, the capture zones had a red, blue or white glow around them to signify where the outline was for the capture point. Kind of looked like it did in Delta Force, but they've changed that now, and instead it's paint on the ground. Looks cool. So rather than it being a made up glow, I suppose, that's emanating out of the ground, it now just looks like paint that's been spray painted. Looks really nice, and I think it's a good way for people to understand where the capture points are. So Tajikistan is a landlocked country located in Central Asia, and it's bordered by Afghanistan to the south, so you can kind of see why they might be fighting in this region. If a hypothetical
we need this game to be big. I mean, I really do. I want to definitely
looked like
I hope
Battlefield.
it's good.
In one of the longer gameplay clips that was leaked, there was a really cool section where a helicopter is shot out of the sky, and instead of just exploding like it might do in 2042, BF3, BF4, it actually sets on fire, starts spinning, and then drops to the ground, and then it becomes a helicopter wreck on the ground. It sounded incredible. It looked amazing. Vehicle
that's how it probably should have been.
From air vehicles like helicopters.
That's sick, though. That's
planes,
what it sounds
jets.
like. Sounds like something like a helicopter would
if you
do.
Remember in the initial trailer, you can see the plane crash land.
The thing about Battlefield is they need to go back to what they were, you know, like when they have, because they have the vehicles, all the air vehicles and everything. So it's like, why don't you just make sure you come back to what you guys were with the destruction and everything, and like just fine tune all that stuff, and then just make sure that the game works
on the ground
and is finished.
Can escape. Never happened. Didn't happen in 2042 either. But it appears they might have that in this game. I just imagine being on the ground, staring up, and seeing a helicopter falling out of the sky. Pretty epic.
Would be crazy.
The sounds in general too in these videos are amazing. The audio team at DICE are absolutely cooking with this game based on the leaked footage and the videos. The sound of distant explosions, smoke, gunfire, bullets cracking, bullets whizzing by, fire, smoke hissing, jets and helicopters roaring overhead. It's looking like this will be a very immersive experience. Next, in one of the leaked videos, there's a point where the player uses a tow launcher or a stationary rocket launcher, and it's a wire-guided missile. Now, we've had these in previous BF games. You get on the missile, you shoot it, and you can guide it with your mouse or your controller and aim it at a tank, a vehicle, whatever. But in the new game, in the footage here, you can actually see the wire. A wire-guided missile is a missile that's guided by signals that are sent to it via these tiny thin wires that are connected to the missile and its guidance mechanism. And as the missile flies, the wires are reeled out behind it. According to Wikipedia, it's commonly used in anti-tank missiles, and the longest range wire-guided missile in current use are limited to about 8 kilometers, which is 5 miles. But when the player shoots in the new Battlefield game, you can see the wire coming out and following the missile.
That's
Great
pretty
attention
sick.
To detail.
That's going to be fire.
As I mentioned, there is a 2-minute clip of jet gameplay. Again, the audio, incredible.
People love
the
their
visuals,
jets,
amazing.
man.
There's these awesome
especially in Battlefield
mist effects on the wings, and they have a little dogfight with another jet. It looks a bit janky in the video in terms of the controls, a bit laggy, not that responsive. And there is a comment from someone on a Discord who talked about the jet controls, which we'll get into a little bit later. A few times when the players died, you can see there's a death report that comes up now, so it shows you where you were hit, how much damage was done, that kind of thing. There were some patch notes on the Discord that were leaked that said they've nerfed the combat dive, they've nerfed the duration and the height of it. And the movement in these videos definitely seems slower than the previous videos, so perhaps they are toning it back a bit. I don't know whether that's an internal decision or they're doing this based on feedback. We also saw gun customization for the first time too, and a test range. Love that they've got a test range.
Yeah, like, let's talk about Call of Duty's test range. It's non-existent. You can't move around. It is the dumb. It's got what, 3 dummies? It's so dumb. I mean, Call of Duty is so bad with their firing range. It's so horrible.
The gun customization in the new Battlefield game looks like it's a bit different, and it's based on a point system, and each attachment that you equip has weight. So let's say in total you have 100 points. You then pick various attachments that might cost a certain amount, and you can't go over 100. It looked kind of like Insurgency Sandstorm if you played that game. I think COD have done this in the past with their pick system, but I don't remember that being exclusive to guns. Maybe
which I think was one of the better pick systems, like customizations for guns and stuff that Call of Duty had. I like the pick 10.
Pick 10 thing. I think that included perks, but I digress. So new customization system for the guns. And in terms of the different attachments, there's a ton there. I have covered this in a previous leak video, but you actually got in-depth stats on them, which is really cool to see. Previously, you would have to go to an external website to find that kind of data, like Simtic. It looks like it's in the game now. And there were different ammunition types here too. 5 or 6 different options, I think, from memory. Something else I thought was interesting that was data mined. The Propaganda and Firestorm maps were found in the game files. Propaganda is an amazing BF4 map, one of my personal favorites, and it's actually inspired by a BF 2142 map. Little bit of trivia for you there, but it plays really cool. So if it's been remade for this game, amazing. And also Firestorm. Now I'm not talking about the Battle Royale. I'm talking about the BF3 map Firestorm. That could be.
Damn, you got me excited, man.
Also a cool map, and it was remade in BF4. Obviously, very popular. Aside from that, I found this note here on Reddit. This is from a user called The Rube, and they said that the word in the leaks Discord is the map plays and feels a lot like Monte Grappa. Monte Grappa was one of the original maps in BF1, set on the side of a mountain. Medium in size, more linear than circular in layout. Quads, a tank, 2 LAVs, attack chopper, and jet on each team, also mobile anti-air. Every building is destructible, usually the case in more rural maps. Movement feels slightly slowed and more grounded compared to the first test, maybe smoother animations. Jumping and shooting is nerfed. Gun customization looks and feels good. Sound design for helis and jets is deafening, really
everything
intense
seems...
and realistic. Jet controls aren't great.
We'll
Feel
see.
like
Does it work?
2042. I think that's most of the headlines, the big hitters from the latest BF Labs playtest leaks. A lot of it has been taken down already on YouTube. You can still find it on YouTube if you look, but of course it's all over other social media sites and on the Reddit. I don't think they can take the native video files down, or maybe they just have stopped trying. It really is out of control
at this point. Yeah, it's out of control.
Fingers crossed it leads to a better game overall. And I wanted to ask you guys, I'm going to set you a bit of homework, or if you know the answer already, do let me know. So if you're somebody who's watching this video and you've watched this far to the end, thank you, by the way. I imagine that you're somebody who is a Battlefield fan, or you watch my videos regularly, and you might be the kind of person who wants to know everything about the next Battlefield game.
As of right now, I do.
Revealed or before it's been announced, and you just want all the information. Whether that's to just see, am I going to enjoy this? Is it going to be worthwhile? Is it going to be a disaster? That kind of thing. So I'm guessing that's you. If you have friends who are a bit more casual with Battlefield, maybe they played a little bit of 2042 or a bit of BF3, BF4 back in the day, and they haven't really played BF since. Are they actually in the know about these leaks and information that's out there? How mainstream is it? That's really what I'm looking for.
I don't think it is.
Never done anything like this before, really, on such a massive scale. And the leaks were always a foregone conclusion, especially when you invite that many people. So it was bound to happen, but I think the extent...
I mean, I would say is like, if you're a huge Battlefield fan, but I don't think outside of, I don't know, I don't think like a COD casual knows about these leaks.
And
so
the data mining and everything. Almost everything on a basic level that's going to be in the game is out there now. But how far has it gone? Let me know. If you've got a couple of mates who...
There is a lot. I mean, basically everything is out there.
Has it not reached them yet? Let me know in the comments. And that's all, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. As always, I hope you had a fantastic weekend.
Give them a like.
It's actually been sunny and warm in the UK for once, which is nice. Apparently, we've got some nice warm weather on the way, so I'm looking forward to that.
Look at them. They're getting warm weather. Hell yeah.
So watch out for them. Good excuse to stay indoors, maybe. Who am I kidding? I'll probably just stay indoors anyway. With that said, guys,
all right, so yeah, no, it's definitely looking interesting. I can't wait. I want more of for the battle royale, the free-to-play BR. I'm ready for it. I want another BR to play besides Warzone. Warzone, just, I don't know, man. Kind of bored of it. I think Warzone, the Verdansk is back. I think it's great. I like how the game plays. The game plays well. I'm not, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think it's the map. I'm bored of it. I don't know. No clue. But yeah, no, that's Jack Frags. I will put his link in my description. I'm excited for Battlefield. I will be covering more of it. I appreciate all the support. If you guys can hit the like on these videos, really helps it out. I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody has a good day, and I'm out. Peace.